Okay, guys, and can you please join me back? And we will get on to our topics for the day, starting with our side dishes. Yum, yum, yum. All right, so why am I focusing on daily habits? Da, 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 especially when developing a morning routine. Well, it's because we often overlook the importance of daily habits in managing ourselves and our lives. But it's often the small changes we make in our daily routines that enable the big changes in our lives and careers. Now, let me just give you a quick reminder before we get started. It does take time and practice to implement new habits. They start as simple actions, and gradually, as you do them regularly, they become routine. It can take anything from 21 to 30 days to implement a habit, and a few months to cement a habit. So, if you are joining me in establishing a morning routine, make sure you are kind to yourself on the days you don't remember, okay? And just start again the next day. So, here are some morning routine habits that I have developed that have changed my life and I hope change your life as well. Number one would be find time for meditation and mindfulness. And it is because meditation and mindfulness can increase your mental clarity. And it can also make people more creative, in case you didn't know. Number two, find time for gratitude. What does this mean? Well, this means when you first wake up and prior to getting your feet on that floor, what I want you to do is grab a journal, a pen and paper, anything to write on really. Write down one, two, three. And write down three things you are grateful for. Why am I asking you to do this? Well, we have so many negative thoughts. Well, actually, we have so many thoughts, period, especially in the beginning of our morning. So many of them can be negative and ruin our day before it even begins. So writing down three things you are grateful for can not only make you look for things to be grateful for during the day, but it can make you have a more positive frame of mind right from the start. Number three, avoid wasting time. And what I mean by this is avoid checking emails, writing out lists like to-do lists or memos, and other not so creative tasks first thing in the morning. Why this is because we have such a creative mindset in the morning. We really do. We don't need to be wasting it on tasks that are not on the creative side, if that makes sense. Number four is my favorite. Drink coffee. Caffeine keeps us alert and increases our brain's production of dopamine. What is dopamine? Well, dopamine gives you a feeling of reward and motivation. And also, drinking coffee adds structure to your morning. Number 4 is live with intention, which is going to be our next topic. But make a list of things you have to get done. And I'm not saying do this in the morning. Remember, we're not going to do to-do lists in the morning. We're actually going to do them the night prior. Okay? So make a list of things you have to get done. And if you're proud of it and you're satisfied with your direction in life, then congratulations. You're living with intention. We are living as our authentic selves. And we choose to simplify our life and become less stressed. And when setting a morning routine with daily habits, it is also a great way in making sure we attain our goals. And when living with intention, it is important that we set intentional goals. And intentional goals have a clear purpose and are chosen because they are meaningful to us, which we will also be covering in episodes to come, such as how to set a goal, what is the purpose of a goal, etc., etc. Now let's move on to our next topic, which is living with intention. So here are some ways to live with intention. Number 1, be intentional about what you eat. Did you know that 70% of deaths are due largely to our choices with our lifestyle? This means that they are preventable. So being intentional about what you eat can be beneficial. And this is because in the United States, did you know 39.8% of adults aged 20 and over were obese, including 7.6% being severe, and another 31.8% were overweight. Obesity accounts for 18% of deaths among Americans ages 40 to 85. With this knowledge of these facts, that should make this intention number 1, a top priority. And how you can start living with intention by being mindful about what you eat is by, for example, letting me help you come up with a meal plan. Meal planning can be a great way to commit to this intention. Plan your meals week by week by preparing more homemade meals with less going out to eat. And with this in mind, it can also help you to learn to stick to a financial budget. Number 2, be intentional about your body. That's right, exercising. The second best way to live with intention by maintaining an active lifestyle or a consistent workout routine. You don't need a gym membership either. That's what I'm here for. All that is required is 20 to 30 minutes a day. And you can join my online fitness classes at www.southerngalsbliss.site. Go to navigation, click shop, go to online courses, click fitness, and scroll through till you find the one you want. Or if you want a more personal approach, you can hire me as your health coach for either a more group experience or one-on-one experience. It's your choice. Either way, I'd love to have you. 6, be intentional about your finances. How can you be intentional about your finances? Well, pay down your credit card debt. Save and invest a portion of your income, even if that's $1 or even $5 out of your check, whether that check is bi-weekly or weekly. Build an emergency fund. Increase your income. You can do this by picking up some gigs. So like Uber, or hell, if you like to write, do a freelancing. And then, of course, stick to a budget. And then, of course, be mindful of your health. Visualize your ideal day and try your best to stick to it. Implement small daily habits and know your priorities. And if there's any clutter, whether it's at your workplace or at your home, please get rid of it. One of my favorite sayings by one of my dearest friends is, clear your mind by clearing your space. So now, we are going to jump right into, I feel like I missed something. Oh, yes, I did. How to stay motivated during COVID-19 pandemic. I know that we are still practicing social distancing. By staying at home during this pandemic, I hope I said that right the first time. Anyways, motivation, it can easily be lost. Am I wrong? So I have actually been asked, how do I find and keep my motivation? And why I was actually asked this personally was because prior pandemic, I still had the same lifestyle. I still work from home, but with a little bit less trips to town. So I'm going to share with you my tips on staying motivated, and I hope they help you. Number one is ambition. What is ambition? Well, it's the desire for something more, which at one point we all have and we all glow with, like when we first start our business. But now we search for that feeling of inspiration. So we can gain our ambition back by being mindful. Rest and be still. Replay that 2-minute bell meditation exercise as many times as you want. Loves, I promise it will help. Allow yourself time to dream about your wants, goals, and passions again. Create a vision board. Those are so helpful. I mean, thinking back to my one as a teenager, which had horses and a truck and a cottage with a white picket fence, and oh man, it had so much on it that I don't think it had any space left on it when I was done. But either way, throughout my life, my adulthood, that vision board has came true. And it is a great way to visualize our desires because, well, they're right there in front of us. Number two, my good old preaching, my good old soapbox is exercise. 20 to 30 minutes a day. That is the average recommended amount of time to dedicate an exercise routine to, guys. I'm being honest. It's a perfect daily goal to improve your physical and mental health. Number three, read and listen to positive information. If you fill your mind with uplifting and inspiring information, it'll keep you motivated. Being able for me to give this podcast to you and give you some positive information is a great way I stay motivated. So, like what you're doing right now, listening to my podcast, it's a great motivational tool for you to use. And I am so glad you're here. Number four, add speaking positive affirmations to your daily goals. Some of my affirmations are, I am an awesome life coach. I am letting go of my past and looking forward to my future. I am a strong, independent, beautiful woman. I am my own disruption. I can let go of things I am not able to control. I will trust in God and His plans for me. Those are 6 affirmations I always try to say to myself. But why do you want to add affirmations to your daily goals? Well, speaking out loud what you want to happen can be such a creative force, even writing it down. My time to focus on my affirmations that I just shared with you is when I meditate. You don't have to meditate with a clear mind. You can choose one affirmation. So I have 6. I can make a 7th one and focus on that